archived, you know? Kinda shitty. Anyway, doing an analysis here for Neo Jets. He's playing Ziggs mid. He's at the bronze 5 level right now. He's got a couple hundred games won, a couple hundred games lost. He's kind of stuck with his MMR, and he's dropped from from bronze 2 down to bronze 5 this season. And I'm doing this analysis for him. He's one of my stream regulars, and he's a pretty nice guy. I don't know if you guys haven't seen him. He's Jets Revenge on Twitch, Neo Jets, as you can see in game, and he's also on Twitter. He's writing some blogs and stuff like that, or like esports blogs. It's actually pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, he's bronze 5. I'll just cut that out later. Yeah, that'll come out later. It'll come out. I'm gonna start it right now, so I mean, I can pick wherever I want it to start. But I've got a bunch of people on YouTube that either can't watch my stream due to geographical restrictions, because I do stream at the same time every day. So that's why I like to post these over to YouTube and stuff. I might get super famous, Cuddy. I'll get super famous. All I have to do is talk about like, man, I'm gonna go move in with my parents, and I have to scream a lot and play scary games, and I'll get like 5 million subscribers, right? You gotta scream a lot though. You'll be like, wow! Just make faces and shit. Alright, so let's check. We're gonna do the buy timer. He's got 40 seconds to make it to the river, and he's gotta buy all of his items, or else he's dead. Does he succeed? It looks like he's not gonna make it. Nobody on the team is gonna live. Everyone on the other team is dead too. This is bronze 5, so I'm gonna be watching him. I'm not gonna be watching the rest of the team. There's probably gonna be a lot of fucked up plays going around on everybody, so I'm not gonna talk shit. Like, if the Morgana ults the air or something, I'm not gonna make fun of the Morgana. I'm not gonna be criticizing the Morgana. I'm gonna be focusing everything on Jets this game, and I'm trying to keep it all constructive. I'm not gonna say anything like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he should be in bronze 5. I'm trying to help him out. So that's how I'm gonna treat it. And he's got 48 seconds. I'm gonna write that down. I couldn't do the I know. I'd have to scream so loud in order to be like PewDiePie. I'd have to scream so loud. We got 48 seconds. That's not a big deal. I'm just gonna mention it to him. You can shave 10 seconds off your shop, then you're gonna have a sexy good time. Never get invaded ever. If you can make it out of the base, he's B5 and thinks Thornmail and Warmog should be a solid build for Lux. Not for Lux, but I mean Thornmail Warmogs is a good combo against some really heavy, like if you got like 3 or 4 melees. But I meant like she just ults one person that's not even like on the edge of the range and then just walks out of it. That's what I meant. I didn't mean like just presses R. Homewrecker Ghostblade on Lux. Hails yeah. Alright, but on a serious note, I'm gonna look over his runes and masteries. He's pretty up on the stuff, so I'm assuming his runes and masteries are gonna be pretty good. But did I broadcast? Let me know if the title's updated on Twitch real quick. If anybody sees it. And I'm gonna be watching his CS. I'm gonna be watching a couple other things. When and where he's warding. When he's trading, like right now would be a good time. He could trade right now. See, he's doing a good trade. Could have gotten an auto attack trade there. You watch his passive. His passive's right down here. Oh fuck! I mean, untarget that. His passive's right down here. Short fuse. Pretty nice. Oh, it apparently doesn't tell you when it's off cooldown. Should show you on his buffs though. There it is. See, short fuse. When he has this up, his trades are gonna be really potent. I'm just gonna focus on the lane like this. I'm gonna pause this and just double check, make sure it's updated, because nobody's telling me. Rude. Alright. And we're going back in. Sorry about that. He's doing good so far. I'm gonna drag these guys next to each other. Forgot to do this before. And looks like we're all set up now. There's a little pushed here, but there's no real risk. The jungler usually will gank at 3 minutes, but this jungler decided not to. So right now, he should be trading. An easy trade on Ziggs is Q auto attack. You're going to do a quarter of this guy's health. And right about now is a good time to ward this brush over here. Around like 3. The guy didn't gank yet, so odds are he's gonna gank, because you know he's in the top part. He's gonna either do wraiths or gank. And after wraiths, he's either gonna gank or he's gonna go for wolves. The jungler is going through a couple different options. But he's doing good so far. I'm just gonna put down the short fuse trades. Short fuse trades. But that's not a bad thing, it's just something that he needs to practice, that's all. And his short fuse should be up right now. There you go. The Uter is being a fuckface, just farming, he's not ganking at all. And when this wears off, he should be Q. Use your best damage, but Q auto attack. That's how you're gonna be trading the best on Ziggs. Like right now, he's looking to hit a Q. It's pretty obvious that he's going in. And he's going down here. They have the ward reaction. Like, check the reaction time. There's no reaction time. They see him on the ward. They ping like 3 seconds later. He could have gone and killed him. Focusing on farming is good. We're looking at CS here. He's got 18 right now. He's got almost double Cassidon's. But Cassidon's looking like he's in a better spot as far as mana. So he's got more lane longevity. He did start with a flask. He still has 3 stacks on it, which is pretty heavy. He is wasting a lot of mana, so he's sitting around no mana. You want to have enough mana always for your satchel charge. Like if a gank came in right now, which it is, he's got no satchel charge mana. Now he just barely has enough right now. He just got it. He might disengage. Alright, so that's a good disengage. But you want to make sure you have that mana always. And his ward's still up. He didn't ward at all. So I'll put that down as just a small thing. Don't forget Trinket. The free ward, might as well use it. Alright, and for his items, he doesn't have quite enough. Let me see. I'm gonna rewind real quick. I'm just gonna jump back and see how much gold he has. And we're looking at 766. So with that, I would say probably your best bet would be to get 2 fairy charms and another Doran's ring, because he doesn't have enough gold regen. I mean, not enough gold. He doesn't have enough mana regen to go with this 6 mana regen. He could be getting another 3 mana regen and then another 4 on killing unit. That would give him a lot more lane sustain as far as like being safe and all that. And it would be just enough gold. He would have the 2 pieces towards the chalice. It would lower his magic resist by 20, but his trades will be a lot stronger because he'll be able to actually do the trades. If that makes sense. And did you see how he just used short fuse to attack the minion when it wasn't going to be last hit? It's basically wasting the passive of the short fuse. And he could have just used the Q, short fuse, on the Cassidon. Right now. His Q should be coming, or short fuse should be coming up any second now. Right about now. There it is. So then you Q and short fuse. That's just going to be like the easiest way. You can short fuse last hit that. The Hecarim gank, it wasn't really a gank, it was a lane cover, and then he went in before Jets even got there, so I don't think that wasn't a misplan Jets, that was a bad decision on Hecarim. Yeah, it was just a bad decision on Hecarim to go in right there, that's all. Now he's going to ward over this most likely, good. He could have done more there, but I don't think that it should have even been initiated in the first place. Hecarim should have just left as soon as he saw Jets coming up, because Hecarim lost like a whole creep camp, and he lost. Yeah, it was just a bad decision though. So it was just a lane cover and it just kind of went bad. I think it was a bad decision. Really using the satchel charge though. Or not satchel charge, my bad. Fucking refuse. Maxing his spells properly. I would have said more points in the queue though. Like he went 2 points Q, 2 points E. I'll put that down as a slight misplay, because your Q is going to be your max harass. Like you want to max your Q as fast as possible, because he could kill this guy right now. Like if you see this guy, look at his health. He's got 405 health. His damage can do that much damage easily, and he's got a level 6. So this guy's probably going to just jump in right here. I can't tell you. I'm going to write this down real quick. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Maxing Q, so skill order optimization. I'm just going to note skill order optimization. I'm going to note 2, 1, 2, and you want to max Q instead. Alright, and I'm going to play this. If he jumps in here, he needs to die. If he ults this, he needs to die. Alright, so him being aggressive right here, there's no chance of this kill. Taking tower damage, and now he has no ult, so that threat of damage is much lower. This guy can just walk away. So I'm going to put that down as a slight misplay. Just be careful not to tower dive. But use ult under turret. With no chance of kill. Alright, so I put it. He used his ult under turret with no chance of a kill. And it's not a huge deal. Cass can kill him now, he has no spells. So now he's got just enough mana for 2 spells right now. And he's probably gonna go home. But he could have used that ult, he could have roamed bot with that and picked up like an easy kill on this Vayne. Something like hard. He's got to push, like he's got to waste his abilities. Burn that shit. Like, QE this. QE. There you go. That's good. He made Cassidy lose out on 4 minions. That's actually a good play. The other thing to look at, Will, I know Ziggs with Ignite, but the Cassidy disengaged, so he should have just disengaged with the Cassidy and said, okay, I took that, I won that trade, I'm just gonna back off. Or he could have tried to follow, but what he did is he actually went all in. He burned like about a quarter of his mana, maybe more, going in. And he jumped into turret range, so he took a tower hit and all that, and that reduced his lane presence by like 50% at least, I would say. Just makes it. He doesn't really have any lane presence. Because he's not going to kill him. Like, it's like, you're not going to kill me unless you all in me under turret, so I'm Cassidy, I'm just going to ult away from you. But if he has his ulti up, which he does right now, but that's not what I mean. If he has his ulti up, it's pretty easy for him to get a kill. He should Q that. Oh, he got it. He does a lot of auto attack damage. Yeah, I mean, baiting the Rift Walk would be good, but he didn't Rift Walk. He disengaged before the Rift Walk went off. I mean, like, the Cassidy just walked away. He walked in, hit a Q, and then walked away. Like, if... Oh, it looks like he's gonna go top here. This is a good choice. This is, it's a close fight. He's almost... Oh, did he not go up? He could have gone up. He could have ulted, like, right now. He could have ulted right here and gotten a free kill. I'm not gonna put that on as a misplay, because I think he was trying to go up for the leader. I'm not gonna put that on as a misplay. Like, he thought about a roam. He only lost, I think, 2 CS for that. That's not a huge deal. If he had gone all the way up there and then didn't do anything, then that would be a misplay. And right here, just toss in a Q. That's all it takes. Just toss a Q to even that trade out. This guy, every time his Q's up, he's looking really aggressive. And Jets is using his abilities a lot to last hit. But he's not having them up when the casting comes out. That was a good Q. You want to play Blade Queen Lissandra? It'll be out soon, my son. The top took their turret, that's really good. That's going to help him out with his gold income. And probably the biggest thing I would say, he's trading pretty well. Like, I mean, they're not trading well, but they're both trying to trade each other. It's not like they're ignoring the trades. See that? Like, he hit with a Q, he hit with a Q, and then Jets comes out on top a little bit because he has more AP. I mean, he doesn't have more AP, he has higher damage, but this guy's building like sustain and shit. He doesn't have any damage. His mana regen though, oh my god. That's in such an asshole. And he's starting to level out the field now, so Jets really has to be careful because see how he used his Q? And then he doesn't have his Q up to counter, so basically you want to save your abilities. I don't know what he's doing here. Looks like he's gonna go in and try to... Oh, he's just warding. I'm gonna put down map awareness here. That's a really, like, there was a ping and everything. This is pretty easy here. There's 3 people bot. Oh. Yeah, there's 3 people. The fuck? Oh, Twitch died. That was just a bad play by fucking Heckram. Heckram's making bad decisions. He ulted in. I mean, not ulted in. He teleported in. I don't know why he has teleport. He should have ghost. He teleports in to try to take this kill here on Bane. But they're probably gonna get this guy low. So if this does turn into a fight, I'm gonna put that down. And I'm gonna have to rewind it to watch mid. And it's not a fight, so nothing would have happened anyway. He gets ganked here. This is where he goes down to ward. I'm not gonna put that down. Fine. I mentioned it. He can watch it when he sees it. He'll see what I mean. Like, just knowing the game flow. That was a good engage. When he uses his heal, just back off, because you popped a summoner spell, it's good. Now there's two people here, he has to play really careful. Ooh, I gotta watch his spells too. He doesn't have his satchel charge for 15 seconds. He doesn't know there's nobody here, so he should be really careful. There could be somebody coming down here. The CSing, they're right about equal. He's doing pretty well. The Twitch is getting out CS hard, but he's doing well mid. They're even right across the board. He has a couple of options here on what he can do. He should be farming a lot better. 50 farm at 12 minutes is pretty low. You want to be getting like around 70 at 10 minutes. I know that that's an issue sometimes, so it just takes good practice, but CSing in general. I'm going to put down 50 at 12 minutes 40 seconds. So I had 50 CS at 12 minutes and 40 seconds. And that's my general rule. If you look at it, I say Bronze has a hard time CSing, Silver has a hard time trading, Gold has a hard time CSing and trading, Platinum has a hard time doing both and having good map awareness, and then Diamond can do all of them. And Challenger is just an extension of Diamond. Like, the better you are at doing those things, the higher rank you're going to be. So he needs to get out of there. He could be peeling here with a satchel charge. There you go. He satchel charged the wrong way, but I'm sure that was a technical mistake. He didn't mean to do that, I'm sure. Like, he's not like, I'm gonna knock this guy into my teammate, right? Looks good. He's doing good. He just needs to work on CS. You can see the top CS in the game is 66, and that's at 14 minutes. So 66 being the top, should be getting that much by around 5 minutes, honestly. Like, if you're doing really well in your lane, 5 or 6 minutes, you'll be getting around 60 CS. Maybe, I'd say 7 minutes. If you get 60 by 7 minutes, you're rolling. Like, you're crushing it. And if you watch the pros, they'll get 100 at 10 minutes. So, I mean, obviously comparing anyone in this stream, including myself, to a pro is like a fucking... There's gonna be a gross disparity there, but... Even this, with this Mundo, that's rough. Alright, so he's coming back in. Getting back into CS. He's still out CSing him. And... I think that's going to be the biggest thing Jets can take from this game, is just getting better with CSing. Getting better with trading with the short fuse, because he is trading with the Q. The thing that I've noticed is he uses his Q a lot, where he could be auto-attacking minions. This guy just flashed. I don't know what the fuck that was. He's just like, I really want to fight this. I really want to. He's waiting for Jets to throw a Q, and then he's gonna ult, or he's gonna ult in. That's what he's waiting for. Alright, so he ults in. Easy kill. The ult was a little preemptive. You should be dropping your other spells, ulting, and then while the ult's there, your other spells will come off cooldown. Oh my god, he's so dead. He's so dead. Kill him. Kill him, Jets. Oh shit, that was close. He could have picked up that Kassadin kill. I'm sure they'll still get him. Nope. Not sure. I'm not sure at all. You're gonna get a double kill. He's probably gonna hook like right here. Yeah. Alright, so he goes home. That's the safe thing to do, it's smart. He could have picked up a kill on Kassadin there, but it's okay. And let's see, he should be finishing out his Athene, so I'm gonna put that up in the build order. Put that under, I've got 2 things for build order. Build order, if you can't get the whole chalice, you gotta just buy another Doran's ring. That's pretty much, if no chalice, get another ring. No, if no chalice, get ring. And then rush the full Athenes. You really want to utilize that cooldown reduction, and it's gonna give you a little bit more of a boost in your damage too. Oh shit, he stole that dragon. I didn't see that. Rewind that. I think this guy fucked up. Alright. And it looks like Neo Jets is coming into the dragon pit. It's warded, and the motherfucker's gonna try to steal the shit. And oh, and then he takes it. And then he almost gets the kill. If he satchel charged right there, he would have got a kill too. I'm sure he didn't think he would do that much damage. That was crazy. That just turned a lot in the game. So if you rewind real quick, check the gold difference. 19.6 to 18.7. He takes it. It's 900 gold that he gets on his team. That's pretty sweet. 900 gold for one little combo. Doesn't seem like that much, but that's 3 kills. 3 full kills, not like 3, you know, you get an assist, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he was dying a lot, so he didn't get that much gold. It's 3 motherfucking kills. Pretty nice. Alright, so he shouldn't be afraid of this. He should be able to trade because there's no regen coming out of this Cassinan. Just beat him up. Hit him with a Q. Beat his ass. If he throws a Q, there you go, see? He's got a short fuse. I mean, he can't see anything happening, and then all of a sudden he gets down to like 10% health. He probably shits his pants, you know? I would shit my pants, but I would smite too, because I'm like, I've got smite in my blood. Like, I fucking smite in my sleep. I'm like, oh, I got Dragger? Oh, thank you. Oh, God. Alright, so this, he should be coming in on this. I'm gonna put this down as a misplay. Easiest, he was already down here. He was coming down here to ward. We got 2 things here. This ward is maybe not in the bush, 1, but that's not a big deal. I'm sure he meant to put it in the bush. When you're warding bushes, try to place the wards around here. Same thing with bot lane. Every time I play bot, say you're on this team, say you're the Vayne, right? Purple Vayne. She comes down, she wards right here on the edge. You can't see anything over here. So when you ward, you want to ward around here. Even if you're like if you're scared and you don't want to go down, you still gotta ward here. Then you can see people come into the bush. If you ward up here, you can't see anything on the entrance of the bush. Same thing goes for this bush. If you ward on either corner right here, you can't see anything in the bush. So it's a waste of a ward. This bush is fucky too. Like if you ward right here, you can't see anything over here. Image here. If you ward here, you can't see here. If you ward here, you can't see. So you just have to know those things. This ward isn't probably gonna pick up too many people. If you put it over here, you can't see anything. This whole bush is fucking stupid. But try to ward the middle of bushes. And also, this is a really easy engage for Jets to come in on. He turns and goes back to mid lane. I'm gonna write that down real quick. I'm gonna rewind it so you guys can watch it, and then while you're watching it, I'm gonna write. So watch him come down, see the fight developing, and watch the reaction time. He's going up. There's a pink ward. You see this coming up. He's coming straight down. They almost meet each other. He does nothing. He's like he should be warding, and he just runs away. So I'm gonna put that down. Ran from team fight. Well, ran from not even a team fight. Ran from teammate slaughter. I'm gonna put down teammate slaughter. Ran from teammates slaughtering enemy. I'm slaughtering enemy. And that's fine. That's not a huge deal. I don't think I missed anything here. But just little stuff. That ult, if he started with a Q, he would have died. See? He could have easily gotten a kill there. I'm just gonna put that under alt usage. I'm writing without looking. Sorry if it's messy. You guys aren't gonna get to read it anyway. Alright. Oh shit! They should be trying to get this Uter because he's gonna come back in. He's a dummy. He'll come back. He's stupid. See, look. I can call that shit. Jess is tanking the turret. He's not meaning to. I'm not gonna put that down. Does the satchel doesn't do very much damage. He only has 1 point in it. So I would say that's something. Just so you know, Jets, you want to save the mana from that because the mana is much better used on your Q. This is something that I went over at Vorsus a lot. Is utilizing your mana. So you look. Right here. 255 plus 86. And then you've got 70 plus 46. And look at the mana cost. I mean, like, it costs you 50% more mana to cast this one. But he had enough mana to cast, like, 3 Qs. And he cast 1 Q, 1 W, and then he had enough for another W. Or another Q, I mean. So just, you want to be constantly just lobbing your Qs. Just lob that shit. Don't worry about your Ws. And your Es you want to do for wave clear, but your Qs you want to do for acid. Should be helping his team. Disengaging over here. They get away, but it's fine. That flash was not needed. And it's Cassidy. If he wants to get you, he's gonna chase you the fuck down. Your flashing is not gonna deter him. See what he picks up. He picks up the Athenes, that's good. He should have bought this first, so buy the Athenes first. It's gonna give you more mana regen, and it's also, like, it's just a better item in general. It's better to finish items than it is to buy a bunch of pieces from different items, typically. The biggest example of that I see are people getting a Vamp Scepter, and then they get a BF Sword, and then they're like, fuck, I got 1600 gold, I'm gonna get another BF Sword instead of getting the Bloodthirster. So that's a big misplay that people do a lot. Like, just the build order, it doesn't seem like it makes a difference, but it'd be like a 30 plus damage difference from getting a BF Sword over a Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster also gives you better sustain. Yo, Steve, should I get Corki, Shyvana, or Swain? I'm saving 4,800. I know they're different, but I like all three. Shyvana's really strong. She is pretty easy, and she has a good... Oh, shit, he's gonna die. I'm gonna pause this for a second. Shyvana is pretty easy. She has good counterplay against a lot of, like, the current meta, and she's actually really strong top, so she outscales almost every top laner, especially when she's in her dragon form. Yeah, okay. So, Shyvana, Corki, or Swain. Corki I don't like in general. I don't think he's a very good AD carry right now, but AP Corki's actually pretty good. People just don't give it a chance, but I feel like trolling. I know you like to troll, Will, so I'm going to say AP Corki's pretty decent. And then Swain's strong, but he's a counter pick. So I would say Shyvana's the best one out of those three to pick up. And she's the best one to learn how to play and how to play against. So that'd be my pick. I would say, personally, wait for the rune. I mean, wait for the rune pages. Damn! Dropping the deeps! And let's see, what's he got up for a spell? He's got his Q up. He could have lived there. I'm not going to write that down. But just take a look at this. Watch this fight and just watch the flow. He's got this warded. He sees this. The minions are human wards, basically. He sees this shit coming up. They're coming in. Why is he going in? Do you see that? So that's just a technical error that he made. Possibly he's not using attack move click, and he wanted to attack someone with his short fuse. That's a possibility. I'm not sure what happened because I'm not there with him, you know what I mean? I can't see what he's thinking. But walking up there, it seemed like he just had a technical error. It wasn't something he meant to do. But walking up there is what got him killed. I mean, they got a couple deaths there, but he could have cleaned up all those motherfuckers underneath the turret. Ziggs is one of the safest and highest damage champions in the game. So he could have just stayed back, left it up to, I think Wukong was there with him to tank it, something like that. And here we go. He picked up his booties, sorcerer shoes, good choice. I'm gonna check just how much gold he has. 56 gold, that's not a big deal. He picked up a ward, good choice. And these guys are just fighting without him. It's their fault, they're being dumb. Fight with the team, don't fight like that. And it's a good Morgana ult. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. It might, nope, make a difference. Got a Q, yeah. Just keep checking that shit. I think that was an accidental kill. I'm gonna put that under alt usage efficiency. I'm gonna put four stacks next to that. I've been leaving it. I put 2 stacks, but I put down 2 more because he just used it twice. And disrupting this, he could just easily drop his W and knock that shit. This is warded. He sees him over here. He could steal this. Boom. Throw a Q. It gets him like 40 gold, 50 gold. And it'll also get the Udyr low enough to where he can't go in. The Wukong goes in, tries it out. He's gonna get grip. Nope. Alright, he flashed for it. So it's just, I would say map awareness. That's a big one. I'm gonna put that down. Map awareness. And you see him pulling ahead on the CS here. He's got about 20 CS on the cast in right now. So that's pretty nice. He's pulling out a pretty good gold lead. We can check the gold here. He's got 6,700 total. He's got 5,400. I'm just looking at this lane specifically. He's 313, good score. He could be doing better, but he is doing very good. Yeah, he's got about 1,300 gold. So that's a good advantage. Oh shit, he's low. So he's got to let this go. Hopefully Cassin will get baited off. He could satchel. No, he can't satchel charge. He doesn't have flash. He's fucked. And that was just like, be safe, pretty much. That's Wukong coming up to take it out. He's got his ulti. I don't think he's gonna use it. Oh my god, that was such a bad play. He's gonna die anyway. You can't outrun Vayne. That's fine. Just be safe. That's I'm gonna put that down under map awareness. I'm gonna put 5 checks by map awareness. It's kind of greedy to try to take the red buff after that, and it was also just like kind of just a bad decision. He used his W for DPS on the red buff also, and you want to keep your W up. I'm gonna write that down as a different one. Keep W in risky situations. Keep your W up for risky situations. You want to keep, this goes for any champion in general too. Like, say you're playing Kassadin, right? Don't use your ult to go in. I'm gonna put that under ult efficiency again. He uses ult to just peel him off the tower. He wound up getting a kill. He shouldn't have, but he got a kill. His build's good. He's going straight into Rabadon's death cap. That's going to be his max damage next item, so that's going to really help out his damage. And he should be just lobbing Qs. Like I was saying before, if he's above 25% mana, he should be spamming his spells. But like I was saying just a second ago, you want to save. Whenever you're in a risky situation, you want to save your escape. Like Wukong, he has a copy with what, like a 20-second cooldown? 15 seconds? You don't want to use that copy to DPS minions when it's only going to do like 50 damage. You want to save that in case someone comes up on you. That way you can use it. Like, think worst case scenario. If right now some motherfucker walked around the corner, what would I do? So if your damage ability is on cooldown because you used it to do like 1 auto attack's worth of damage just to maximize your DPS on the target, then that's a misplay on your part, technical error. It's also a decision-making error too. I try not to do that. Like when I'm playing Nidalee, you'll notice a lot of the times when I die, it's when I go in cat form and I pounce in to farm minions. It just jump the fuck out at me when I pounce in. So that's kind of like, that's a trigger that people wait for. They're like, hey, when Nidalee jumps in, when Nidalee pounces for this range fucker, we're gonna kill her. And then they all wait there. And you saw that, what the fuck? Oh, well, that was a visual error. That's fucked up. Now, let's see how much gold he has. He has 1100, so he's gonna go B after this, I hope. Pick up his death cap. That's gonna damage spike him. He's at 239 right now. Watch what it is after he picks. And he should start channeling B right now. Throw the Q and then channel B. I think he's gonna go try to go mid. Pretty dangerous. He sees him on the minions, but it's a dangerous route. He's running straight into them. See what he's doing here? This is really dangerous for him, and he knows it's dangerous. But think about what he gained. He could already be running back to lane. I'm gonna put this down as a misplay, but think about, in his mind, he's saying, I'm gonna go mid to help push the wave, I'm gonna help defend. They got a big wave coming in, I gotta stay. But what happened in reality is he walked there, they killed all the minions before he got there, and then he realized, oh shit, I'm in too deep, I'm by myself. There's 4 people coming at me, they got stuns, they got silence, whatever, they got all this shit. And he takes 2/3 of his health. He gets no CS. He gets no gold out of this whole deal. He doesn't do any harass to anyone. Just lose 2/3 of his health. Does nothing for the... Like, in his head, the reason why he wanted to go mid to protect, he can't do now. So, going B. I'm just going to put that down. Go B after Dragon. Get Death Cap. Get Death Cap. And go mid. So you'll see me do this a lot. Like, say I'm right here. I'm not going to walk around here, go all the way around so I can come up behind. I'm going to go home and then walk up from safety in an area I know it's safe. They're not going to cut through here and kill me. This can't be warded on accident. I'm just going to go be over here when they're all here. I'm going to walk up safely behind them, go back home, and make sure I'm as strong as I possibly can be to defend that. So if he had Rabadons right now, he would be fucking doing like 1/3 of this Vayne's health with 1 Q. Maybe a little less, but he'll be pumping out some damage. He'll be able to stop any siege just by himself with Death Cap. Death Cap, the damage spike is so big. And their whole team's peeling off. Right now is when he goes B. To B right now. Go B right now. Go B right now. Whoop. Beam me up. Beam me up, Ziggy. This guy just teleports needlessly. Just fucking teleporting all over the place. Alright, so now is actually a good time. There's gonna be a 4v5. Maybe not. It's a 5v1. My bad. Alright. He got the death cap. He went from 239 to 338. It was a pretty nice spike. Oh, he actually got a couple items. But that's like a 50% increase in his ability power from going home right there. So instead of increasing his ability power by 50%, he stayed. Nothing happened. He got no gain from it. So just in the future, when you have a big, like a landmark item like that, like if you have enough gold for a Bloodthirster or a BF sword, and you stay on an 80 carry, you want to go home as soon as you can because that's going to power spike you. So he ignored his power spike, and it didn't really have a huge impact on the game, but it could have. But he ignored this power spike, and watch how much more damage he does once. Oh my god, he's going to get blue buff. If this blue buff gets taken, I'm going to cry for him. Oh my god, okay. This is going to be so good. Ziggs with blue buff, Chalice, and Rabadon's death cap. They can walk right up mid lane and not give a fuck. All they have to do is protect Ziggs, and seriously, like, there's nothing. This needs to get warded. Hopefully he doesn't go ward it. Don't ward it. Don't do this. Don't do this, man. You don't want to do this. Okay, get him. Get him, Jets. Get him. Yeah, that's where you all... Perfect. Look at that damage. Pump it out. Pump it out. I'm going to check the damage charts after this. There's no reason that a Ziggs shouldn't be top damage in this game. There's no heavy damage champions. The only other heavy damage champion is maybe Twitch or Vayne. And I don't think... Well, actually, the fucking... Scumbag Udyr might be up there. Twitch or Vayne should be up there, but that's about it. I know. This is Bronze 5. Protect the Ziggs. That's not going to happen. There is still peeling. There are still mechanics in these Bronze games. Like, there's still mechanics. Just people... Not everyone knows when they should use them. So, hey, I want to peel. When should I peel? Anytime someone's diving a carry, and you're not a carry, you should be peeling. Right here? Put this under map awareness, you could have got a free kill. I'm just gonna put that down. Got 6 under map awareness now. There's been a few other instances, but that's gonna be his biggest issue. And you got a stealth bitch running at you. He runs back into them. I think that's gonna be another technical error. Oh shit. Alright. I don't know what to put that under, so I'm just gonna leave it, not write it down, and he'll know when he watches it. Did you see him run back in for a second? I think that he's not using auto attack move click, and he's trying to auto attack, but he's misclicking. I think that's what's happening because he's running away, and then he turns around and goes back in, then he runs away again, but he's not casting spells. I think that's the issue that's going on. Now let's check his gold. He has 333, and that's not really enough to buy anything. I'm guessing he's gonna go for a Void Staff next. That's what I would suggest. Really ballsy of Vayne to be warding by herself in the enemy jungle. She's got no fear. She is the dominant person in the game right now. Like, she's the strongest person. She has, well, she did have the most farm. Their Udyr's just farming like crazy. She has the most farm and the most completed build, which they all kind of go in hand in hand. She should be in this team fight, but she's fucking up her team. And, let's see. He should ult. No, I don't think that's in range. He sees this. He needs to move. Alright, he ults. It's a great ult. I mean, it's not the right timing. You want to wait till they're a little lower, but he hit 2. Yeah, Barnaby, this is one of my viewers. He's actually a stream regular. It's Neo Jets. He's the Ziggs. He pulled out a double kill. That was a great play, and he wound up doing really well there. They picked up an ace, which is going to be a huge deal. They're going to take an inhib off this at least. They might even be able to take a couple Nexus turrets. I don't think they'll end the game, but they're going to take an inhib. If they don't take an inhib, I'm going to cry. Take an inhib. Just do it. Get the fuck up there, Twitch. Twitch, get up there. No. 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 Oh my god. Alright, so they get it. They need to go B right now. This is overstaying. See this? 1 up, 2 up. You got 3 up in 5 seconds. And then you're going to have their whole team up in 10. So all these guys have to do is hold them here, which that's really bad news. Hold him here long enough. Now he doesn't have his flash. He's going to be able to satchel charge out. Nope. He misplayed the satchel charge. And he died from overstaying. So I'm going to put this down. He dies from overstaying. Take inhib and then get the fuck out. You see the people coming. There's 1 alive when you're going in after the inhib. Then you've got 2 people coming up within 5 seconds. So that 1 person is Blitzcrank. He's probably going to come out with Mobies because that's what happens. Just assume. Say in your head, if there's a siege in their base, they're going to come out with Mobies. They're going to be running 800 movement speed. I'm not getting away from them if I'm inside the base because most people don't buy a shit ton of ability or movement speed. Their home guard will wear off right about here. So if you're looking across the map, right around this barrier here, this is where home guard wears off. So anywhere out here, you're safe. You have regular run speed. But in here, inside here, they're gonna come out with home guards. So don't overstay. Don't overstay. Don't overstay. Inside base. Take inhib, then B. And it's really just being a little bit greedy. This is the same thing that happened to him with the red buff. And yeah, the revive times, Joseph, like you're saying, that's what I was saying. You've got 5 seconds on 2 people coming up, and you've got a blitzcrank that's alive. And that's the thing you're watching. When you're killing this inhib, you're not watching the inhib's health. You're watching these timers. You're saying, all right, we got a blitz in 5. We got 2 other people in 10. What can we do? And he's still dead, so I'm just kind of just chilling out. But if there's a blitz up in 5, there's 2 people coming up. I mean, a blitz up right now, 2 people coming up in 5, and 2 other people, the whole team coming up in 15. Then you need to leave, especially if there's only 2 of you, because you're not going to kill the blitz. He's going to be tanky. And then after the blitz deals with you or kites you around, whatever he's going to do. I mean, like, he's got good items for kiting. He's got Mobius to get in. He's got Talisman to catch up to you. He's got Iceborne Gauntlet to pin you down. Yeah, while in enemy base, pay attention to revive times. Alright, so these guys are overstaying their welcome as well. Take the inhib, and then when the inhib's down, you just go, you clean everything out. They're going to be defending this shit. While they're in here defending, you just wipe their jungle. Leave 1 camp up, counter jungle. If you look, well, let me see. If you take out all these wolves and you leave this little one, let me show you real quick. This is counter jungling. You kill these 2 camps, and you leave this small one, and what's going to happen is, this camp as a whole cannot respawn until the whole camp is cleared. And when the camp is cleared, it takes, I think it's 55 seconds, the small camps. I don't remember. I think it's 55. They've been fucking with it all season. I mean, like, well, preseason. I just don't 100% recall, but I think it's 55. And this small wolf, in 55 seconds, they have to kill it. So this one you can't clear, but you got this one, you kill the 2 smalls, you kill the big, leave 1 baby wraith. They get 4 gold when they come in here. This one you kill the big wraith. Same thing with these buffs, like say you're counter jungling over here. Kill 1 baby, kill 1 big one, leave 1 baby. And when they come back through their jungle, they're all defending right now. When they go through their jungle afterwards, because they're going to have nothing to do when they clear this all out, they're going to be greeted by 4 gold, 6 gold, and nothing to do for a whole minute. So that's going to be a pretty big deal. Alright. That's just something to keep in mind. That's not anything to do with jets, that's just a tip in general. That's how to counter jungle. And what you do when you're done sieging. Don't stay, because he was staying to just grab a couple last hits. You can get even more gold from going through the jungle and deny them even more gold. And we've got his ping in assistance. I don't know if this is in vision. Okay, it is now. He sees the ward come down. So, takes off. That was a good ward. Guys, horny for some dragon meat. They're doing Baron. This is warded. They need to hightail it up there. Their whole team should be booking it. Wukong's AFK in the base. He's got teleport up. I don't know. Does he have home guard? Okay, he's waiting with home guard. He's saying, hey guys, you go in. That was kind of it was a rough ult. The guy failed to smite. I'm going to put down ult efficiency. Put 1 under that. Jets died. He got a kill. That was a skin of your ass kill. Skin of your ass. Hair on your face good. And right now is when they leave. Don't fight a Mundo. There's no reason to fight a Mundo. Like, you're not gonna kill him. Maybe. I mean, if he sucks. But look how tanky he is. And then he did so much damage. The reason the damage stopped is because he got exhausted. The funny thing you notice from my YouTube videos, the first one was from 4 weeks ago. Watch my hair grow like a fucking chia pet over the whole month. So beautiful. It just doesn't grow up here, that's all. Sad. Alright, so we got Jets coming back. And he did pick up the Void Staff. He's going for Zhonya's next, which is a great choice. He's got good itemization choices overall as far as what he's building. Just the order that he's taking the small pieces is maybe needing a little work. So he picks that up. And I'm going to rewind this just to check. I'm just going to check how much gold he had, because he might have been able to... Let's see. I'm going to fast forward this again in a second. Alright. He doesn't quite have enough gold. I'm gonna fast forward this and get back on him. Blah blah blah. Slow this back down. Sorry about that. I was checking to see how much gold he had to see if he could have bought a needless. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm cursed. 23 years old. I look a day younger than 40. No, that's not true. 35 maybe. Alright, so you gotta just leave. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You got this warded? This guy is notorious for fucking up his smites. So you set this shit up. Don't ult for the kill. You want to Q, E, W, and ult for the kill. So Q, E, W, all of it right now. There you go, perfect. He didn't get the kill, he got a good smite. But that was perfect. He laid that out. I would have thrown the Q first and thrown the E. And that'll just disorient them. So, like, Q, E, drop the ult all at the same time. The W doesn't really do anything. Like, who the fuck cares? But, I mean, it's just extra damage. That's not a big deal. He did a good job trying to steal that. Now he needs to go farm rates. Back out. He's not really doing anything in between. And he is almost top CS. He's third right now. Well, fourth. But if he pulled out 30 minions, he'd be top right now. And the Hecarim's just like, hey guys, look up here. It's a fucking vein. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. And then Jets is like, whoa! And then he's fucked. He's dead. So that's unfortunate, but I mean, that's not really, I'm not gonna put that under any, like, there's nothing he could have done to avoid that. He just kind of led, so just play behind your, what the fuck is this guy doing? Play behind your tanks. He tried going B right in front of them. Anyway, that might turn the game. They're probably gonna take at least one turret. They might go 2 turrets off this. I don't think they'll get in hit, but it's gonna level the game at least. It's gonna be 4 mid versus 2 mid. And Wukong is just fucking off. I think he might be AFK. Pretty sure Wukong's AFK. And it looks like this is gonna pretty much wrap it up for Neo's game. Unfortunately, he has a disconnect. But I don't know why this Wukong's disconnecting. He has the top CS. He's probably just like, fuck it, we lose. Just stop trying. You guys suck. Stop it. If I could see the chat, I would guess something like that. And he's itemizing well still. Let's see what his goals are looking like. 1200. He should be clearing, like, he could clear rates, clear wolves, and then, or even he can clear this wave. Clear this wave, clear rates, and then go home. Buy his needless. That's gonna give him another soft damage spike. Yeah, Wukong disconnected. He's got the top farm and shit. Alright, Jets needs to pump out a little more damage. He didn't detonate his... He needs to detonate that. Oh, man. He didn't detonate that. He could have got away. Yeah, I've noticed before the Baron. Damn. Alright. Alright, we're doing good here. He's kind of getting surrounded, but he has like a false sense of security out of this Morgana, but Morgana's not going to do a lot for you. This guy should... That guy's fucking up. I don't know what he's doing. He could have gotten Neo. Well, I'm gonna say Jets. Could have gotten Jets easily. Jets is coming down. He's like, I want this farm. Oh, maybe not. I would have fucking ulted this just to be like, what up? What up, Twitch? Fuck you. No, I wouldn't. But you could. You know, YOLO. And let's see what his goal's looking like again. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. He had just enough for the Sonius. That's perfect. Good choice to go B. He took his power spike. Took it. Could have stayed and tried to do something, but he took his power spike instead. I'm proud of you, Jets. I'm proud of you. Much proud, much wows. I don't know if he's listening to the stream, but if he is, that's already progress. And this guy needs to tag this beta fight, make him tower dive, and then stealth. No, don't stealth first. I don't know why I'm showing you him. I'm not gonna show you him. I'm just gonna keep watching Jets. Sorry. Get sidetracked. Oh shit, look who stepped in the room with the motherfucking Wukong. Woo, woo, woo. You can pull out a win out of this motherfucker. Alright, Get the peels, get the W, pop that shit off. No, not the ulti. Alt efficiency. We got 8 on that. I've had 8 poorly placed ults. Oh my god, this he fucking flies through. Alright. Oh, is that gonna get him? Noise! He picks it up and cleans it up. He should go in on that. Like, this guy's gonna take turret. Go make him pay for it. There's 2 people down here taking turrets. You gotta stop one of them. Grab home guards. There you go. Good job, good job. Just picking it up. 10, 6, 11. Team carry. And the fucking guy connects, but he's AFK still. Alright, we got a W here. Using your W, I'm gonna put this down a couple times. Give you W in risky situations. I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna put it down multiple times. Alright. Yeah, you don't want to sell a ring. You don't want to sell a ring ever. The ring is free stats. The longer you keep it, the more valuable it gets. It gives you free mana regen. It's free health. It could save your life. Even at like 40 minutes in, that last tick of Ignite is going to be Doran's ring. So if you have a Doran's ring, that last tick of Ignite isn't going to kill you. If you don't have the ring, if you have an empty slot there, if you have a ward, it's going to kill you. So I don't know if that makes sense, but increasing your combat stats is the best thing to do when you're playing a champion. And the Doran's items are some of the most gold efficient items in the game as far as increasing your combat stats. Like I thought I was spectating his. No, I'm not spectating yours. I'm spectating Jets here. That ult is a little rough. Like, you see him on the map. You see this guy here. Like, if you see Mundo, they're probably not going to be doing Baron without Mundo. And now he doesn't have his ulti. I'm going to put another one by ult efficiency. We're up to 9 now. If you make it to 10, I'm going to have to take your ult away from you, Jets. And right here, this is just a dangerous situation. You just pop a ward in here. Alright, it's already warded. And he doesn't have his ulti, so don't use your W. See, like, again, this is... They're mopping up. They might be able to win after this. This is the Eater fucking up. Look at this Eater. I'd rather farm than fuck you, team. Oh, here I'm here. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, their holds. Oh, fuck. And then they need to peel off right now. Taking hit. Peel off right now. Get the fuck back. No Twitch. There you go. There you go. Jets is doing good. He's got to keep the Qs coming down. He's got the blue buff. Keep the Qs. Just make it rain. Make it rain on this bitch. Pew, pew, pew. In between auto attacks, pop off abilities. I'm going to write that down real quick. I'm going to pause this because it's getting intense. In between abilities, in between auto attacks on the tower, you can be casting abilities. So that's a big thing. In between auto attacks, especially on turrets, you want to cast abilities. Especially with blue buff. Ziggs is not known for his tower pushing prowess, unless you have a Lich Bane, then he's a fucking tower pushing beast. No, Wukong. Got Kunga. Alright, now they're just gonna try to take this by force. It looks like he's gonna pick up the win here. And pretty easy. I would have killed that guy just for swags. And Jet's picking up second CS, almost takes the lead. He has the best score in the game other than Wukong. So second best score, second best CS, and let's check the damage. If he's second damage, then let's see. Oh fuck, wrong one, my bad. Alright, so Lego Sniper, not watching you. Let me see. We're looking at damage dealt. Ziggs number 1, baby. Ziggs is gonna almost always be number 1. There's only 2 contenders in this game. The Wukong shouldn't have been that high. The contenders were Twitch, he wasn't doing anything, and Vayne, she was doing well, but her team kind of let her down. So that was a good game, and they wouldn't have won without bets. Like, most of these analysis, when you watch, I've actually got a lot of wins. Maybe I psych people out and they're like, I gotta fucking win, man. I gotta fucking win. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. What if I don't win? So a lot of people are gonna win. And he had second gold also. So he did good overall. But I'm gonna chalk this up to a few. It's a great victory. Could have gone either way. There were a few different times where I was scared for both teams. But I'm gonna say that's a great win. Good job, Jets. Wu was AFK for so long. It was like 10 minutes, and he pulled out at the end. He did a good job coming back. Like, when he came back, he did a good job doing it. Yeah, you outplayed the Kassadin. You could have outplayed him a lot harder, but you definitely did outplay him. And your farming picked up towards the end, but I'm going to go through a few things with you. you showed up 48 seconds, not a big deal, but if you cut the time on your initial shop, you did a good job. You were the first person out, and you were the first person into your invade spot, your invade ward spot. Like, you're basically being a body ward when you get out. So the rule is if you're not to the river by 40 seconds, you're dead, because they can get into your bush. So you were there at 48 seconds, odds are 48, like, you know, 8 seconds isn't going to make a difference, but if they are coming and they're on their shit, they leave right as soon as they can, like, they're like, click, 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 bye, boom, done, gone. They're going to be in your bush at 40 seconds. Like, well, like 43, 44. So if you're there at 40, you're going to see them coming. If you're watching stream earlier, that actually happened to me. I was commenting, I was like, oh, I got here, I'm the only one who didn't die, and then everyone walks right up to the bush I'm sitting in, and I'm safe, because I was there at 40 seconds. It was like 38 seconds, and there were people, I saw them in vision coming in, invading the bush. I'm like, oh fuck. You know, like, if I didn't get there by 40 seconds, I'd be dead right now. So that's, I'm gonna say that almost every single time, because I don't think anybody has been there by 40 seconds. Yeah, you don't want to be dead. And the chances of you being dead, I'll see you later, Cuddy. Chances of that happening are really low, that they're gonna invade your specific bush, but there's like 20% chance if they invade, they're gonna kill you. And there's another small chance you're gonna blow like a spell, you're gonna blow a flash, you're gonna blow something, and that's gonna screw you over down the road. So say you flash to get out of the gank because you shot late, and it's like, it's trying to optimize yourself before you even get into the combat of the game. Do as much as you can before you start fighting in the lane to pull it out. Don't forget to use your trinket. You didn't use your trinket for like the first 5 or 6 minutes. I'll see you later, Will. You're getting off too? Alright, take care. And you didn't get your trinket used for like 5 or 6 minutes, so you could have used it twice almost in that time. That was a big one. You wanted, the biggest time to ward is, there's like a 3-minute gank. That's a general rule. Usually wherever the jungler starts, they're going to gank from the other side. So usually they're going to start in the bot lane this season. That's the meta. But if you're looking, Udyr started with blue and then he went red, and he should have ganked you after that. And that's pretty much like just knowing where the jungle flow is. I don't know if you jungle much, but he's probably going to come from red. He's going to be level 3, he's going to come in, you're going to be level 2, he's going to gank from the top. So that's where you're going to want to ward 90% of the time. Unless you know there's a jungler that starts with the other buff, or you see them physically start from the other buff. Then you're going to want to ward the other side of the river, but around 3 minutes is when you want to drop that. No big deal, but it's just like using the free ward. I think you missed it for like 2 different refreshes on the cooldown, so it's not a big deal, but when you're trading, you're using your Q pretty well to trade, like your bomb, but you weren't using your short fuse, which is your passive, to trade. That's one of the best ways on Fizz. Like, you can come in on a trade, throw a Q, and hit an auto attack with short fuse, and there's almost nobody in the game who can do that much damage to you with like 1 second of damage. If you have a sustained trade, then people can out-trade you, but like almost nobody can out-trade that. So just keeping the short fuse, you can see the timer on it, see when it's going to refresh, and say, I'm going to trade this guy when my short fuse is up. Save your bomb and just last it with your auto attacks, and then when your short fuse is up, Q, bomb, and that guy's going to take a quarter of his health, and he's not even, like, at best he's going to throw a spell at you. They'll probably do 10% of your health, maybe, but you're going to be doing 25% of his, and then like every 10 seconds or whatever the cooldown on short fuse is, you're going to take a big chunk of health out. You want to try to hit both at the same time. Auto attacking is really key when you're trading, especially if you're using abilities. Like auto attack, and the ability is an auto attack reset, so use the ability as soon as the projectile leaves your hand. Like as soon as you throw the bomb, like as soon as you throw the short fuse, throw the bomb. Like boom boom, and they'll both hit him at the same time. A small one is skill order optimization. You went 2-1-2, like you put 2 points in Q, 1 point in W, and 2 points in E. Ziggs is a really good mid laner, and he's almost always top damage. But with his abilities, you want to max Q. You could have got 3-1-1, but you went 2-1-2 with the abilities. Put 2 points in the E. Just use your Q for harassing, especially early, because I don't know if you noticed, but your mana was really struggling early before you got the chalice. That's pretty much it for that. Your ult optimization, I put you down for 9 ults during that game when you shouldn't have ulted. I mean, like, you should have ulted potentially, but you used the ult either too early or too late. It was 9 times, and I mentioned it every single time in the analysis when you would ult too early or too late. I mentioned what you should have done, throw down a few spells and then ult, and that could have saved you or gotten you a kill. Either way, it could have gotten you a kill or saved you a few times. And then we've got, oh, what's up, Simon? Hate to interrupt, but creating item sets is a really good idea. Creating item sets is a great idea, But a lot of champions, you'll have an idea in your head what you're gonna buy. I just have muscle memory now. Like, if I'm gonna buy, usually they're gonna recommend a Doran's item to you. Like on Nidalee, recommended item is Doran's ring and 2 health pots and the ward trinket. So I'm like, click, 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 and then I'm out. It takes me like 2 seconds to buy. But if your champion, like you have to know this in your head, if your champion's suggested items are not what you typically get, then creating an item set and setting that to the default for Summoner's Rift is a good idea. Like some junglers, it suggests that you get a sweeper to start, and you're gonna want a ward trinket no matter what on pretty much anyone for the first 8 minutes of the game. So like you can see these, he didn't even, like he started with this. I think Blitz started with his. Sweeper's okay on some supports. Like I mean, if you want to be a really aggressive support, Sweeper's fine. But Udyr, I'm pretty sure they suggest you start with a sweeping lens. But you want to start with the ward trinket, so yeah, junglers especially, they recommend the sweeper. But you want to get that like at 8 minutes or on level 8 or so, because that's when the cooldown starts to kick up. But anyway, to go back, that is a good point. Definitely worth noting. Put that in the video. Item sets are good for champions that have suggested items that you don't like. Helps you buy faster. Your CSing Jets was a little rough in the early game. Late game, you really picked it up. And you were keeping pace with Caston the whole game. He never out-CS'd you. You out-CS'd him slightly in the beginning, and then at the end you really picked up. You like doubled his CS at, yeah, you did double it. You over-doubled his CS at the end. But you were both at exactly 50 at 12 minutes and 40 seconds. You both had exactly 50 CS. And the CSing is, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Sorry about all the cracking. That's my bad. I don't even think I was just habit. CSing about every 20 CS is going to be worth a kill. So, like, you had 100 CS more than him, that's 5 kills. It doesn't seem like that much. You're 11 and 6, he's 6 and 8. So you can add 5 kills to your score just from CS gold. And like that's like 1500 gold at least just from the minions that you killed on top of him. So you're going to want to get about double what you had at 12 minutes and 40 seconds. That's something I would really suggest practicing, and really the best in your whole game was like 60 at 12 minutes. So that's the biggest thing, and I mentioned this in the game. The thing that I mentioned is, in Bronze, people have a hard time CSing. In Silver, they have a hard time trading. And then in Gold, they have a hard time CSing and trading. So there's a few other things I said too, but I'm just going to leave it at that. So yeah, CSing is going to be a big one. Using your auto attacks to CS is pretty huge. You're using abilities to CS, and then he would get a free trade off on you because you wouldn't have your Q up. Alright, sorry, my stream was lagging a little bit. Let's see. So yeah, CSing is a pretty big one. Your build order, when you went back on the first try, you were trying to get a chalice, but you were at like 760 gold or something like that. You're about 100 gold short of a chalice. And you picked up 2 fairy charms, and you got the, I forgot what it's called, the magic mantle, null magic mantle, the magic resist item. You got all the pieces, but you didn't quite have enough for the recipe. I would suggest getting 2 fairy charms and a Doran's ring instead. It's going to give you more combat stats. It's going to make your damage output a lot higher, and it's also going to increase your lane sustain. It's going to help you stay in lane longer, help you have better trades, all that, and it's going to eventually get you more gold. It's something to keep in mind when you're buying. If you can't buy the whole item, it might be better to go a different route. So, like if you can't buy a BF sword, it might be better to buy like a Vamp Scepter and a pair of boots, you know what I mean? Like something like that. This one, alt usage, I already talked to you about it. You can check out, I know you said that it was getting you in some trouble, but I have it in the video. When you look through, you'll see them, and you'll notice, like you'll see, like, oh man, I shouldn't have ulted, I should have waited, I should have thrown a Q first or something like that. Like if you throw a Q and then you ult, your Q is going to be almost off cooldown by the time your ult's done hitting the animation. So it's basically like a free 300, 400 damage, whatever your Q does, depending how many items you have. And that happened quite a few times. And then there were a few other times with map awareness that really kicked in, and you could have possibly utilized your ult to pick up a kill, like roaming bot, or there's one time that really sticks out at me. The bot lane was coming towards you inside your jungle. They were coming up from Tribush, up behind the red buff right here. So they're coming up from Tribush through this little channel. You walked down, I thought you were going in to meet them because your team was chasing from the back and you were looking to sandwich. But what happened is you warded here and then you walked away, and they kind of, like, you could have gotten a kill easily. I don't remember, I think one of them died. I don't think both did. But really could have helped your team there. And you were about just barely this much on the screen away from Blitzcrank. He was on the other side of the bush. You warded it and you walked away, and then Blitzcrank tore it up, trying to get back to you, and then he turned around to go back in to save the Vayne. Yeah, I saw you drop the ward, but you should have gone in, thrown a couple spells, and just stayed at like a safe distance, max range. But just there was a couple map awareness situations like that. Yeah, they were fighting. That was the thing. Like, I think Ekram was there too, so I'm pretty sure it was a 2v3. It was just an easy way for you to kind of come down there and slaughter him, pick up a kill at least. Like, you could have at least gotten an assist, and that would be like 100 gold. So if you get an assist, it's worth like a whole creep wave. So think about it like that. Like, if I get an assist, it's worth losing a whole creep wave. So that's one thing to think about. Keeping your W in risky situations. Like when you guys pushed the inhibitor, and then you went back to take the red buff. Use your W as damage on the red buff, and then they caught you at the red buff, and you didn't have any cooldowns to escape when you were running back by the Baron Pit. So that's just keeping, in general, I know that's specific to Ziggs, but in general, keeping your escape spells, holding them if they do damage, holding them until, like, think about worst possible situation, like what could happen right now. They could walk through this bush and catch me, and then if they do, I have 20 seconds where I can't jump on my W because I just used it to do, it only does like 90 damage. So just keeping that in your head, not using your W for damage so much, just keeping it as utility when you're in like possibly dangerous situations, because that's a pretty risky deal. Like when there's 3 people alive, 4 people alive, and then you go into the jungle. Yeah, it was a little greedy. It's okay, like it's not a big deal. It's just something, like, at least you recognize it. A lot of people wouldn't recognize it. Be like, damn, I almost got the red. I should have done more damage or something. But you realize that it was because you were overextended. You took a lot of damage from the red buff. You used a couple abilities. Well, I mean, the W was the big one. The other ones were fine. But keeping your escape spells in risky situations, like Ezreal, don't use your E to do damage. If there's a jungle gang coming in, use your E to escape, save it. Use your E to chase, maybe. Like if the person gets low, but don't use it as damage during a trade. Stuff like that. Let's see. There was one situation where there was a dragon. If you watch a video, you'll see it. I pointed out and actually went through a lot. I put a pretty big focus on it. There was a dragon, and you had, I think you had definitely enough gold for a death cap, and I think you had almost enough for the amp tome that you picked up afterwards. And you should have gone B right when the dragon was dying. But what happened was you went mid because they were pushing hard, but there was no turret to defend. You had only the inner turret. The outer turret was already dead, and they were up by their outer turret. So they were coming in, and you took a pursuit angle of like a 90-degree perpendicular. They're coming down like this. You went in like this, and then they kind of caught you, like you met like this, and they did some free damage to you, got you down to a 3rd health, and then you took it down to the turret, but you couldn't really go in because you were low health, and it was hard for you to stay in like a safe range. Either going home right there and picking up your death cap and hitting your power spike, because that you increased your damage by about 50% when you went home and bought those 2 items. There's about 50% increased AP, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a pretty huge power spike, especially on someone like Ziggs. 50% damage spike. Could have gotten that and then just walked up, because what happened is you walked over this way, then you walked down this way, and then you stood here and waited. So you didn't really gain anything from not going home. You could have gained a lot of damage, possibly picked up a kill or 2 extra with your extra damage, and you could have been much more aggressive when they came in on the turret. That's just like just changing your mindset on a couple of things, like thinking about breakpoint items. Rabadon's is a huge item with a huge power spike. The thing is, like picking up a Bloodthirster on an 80 carry, or like picking up a Spectre's Cowl. It's going to make you a lot tankier. Like if you have 1400 gold on a tank, you're going to want to go home and pick up that Cowl before you go into a big team fight. It's going to make you a lot tankier. Just keeping that in the back of your mind, saying like, oh, I have 1500 gold, maybe I should go get a BF sword before I do this fight. Like, as long as the fight's not pressure, like if they're on the turret, obviously you have to go, but big one is paying attention to the respawn timers. You guys took inhib, and I think it was you and Wukong maybe. You guys were chilling in their base, and Blitz came out of the base. He was the only one alive, but there was 2 people up in 5 seconds, and the other 2 people were up in 10 seconds. And I was saying it as it happened. The inhib died. I'm like, he should go home right now, because if he stays, the Blitz is going to be able to slow him down enough for the rest of his team to get there, and he's going to be able to pull him, hook him, slow him, whatever. He's got enough gap close to get there and hold him off until his team comes. So if he stays right now, he's most likely going to die. And then you did stay. You wound up getting a few minions for it, but it really wasn't worth it. And then I explained situations when you should go home, when you should stay, stuff like that. And I've only got one more thing, and this is more of like a technical thing. Oh, actually, I have a question real quick. Oh yeah, he wanted to keep going. Should have backed up. Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's just watching the timers. Like when you're killing the inhibitor, don't watch the inhibitor's health. Just like hold tab, right? Hold tab when you're killing the inhibitor and watch the death timers. So you see Blitz up in 1 second, Bane and whoever else up in 6 seconds, and 2 other people up in 15 seconds, something like that. Then you're gonna want to know, like, we got to get out after this because their whole team is gonna be up in 15 seconds. So just like you can ping your whole team back, be like, hey, 3 up, something like that. Just letting them know, like, hey, 3 up in 5, something like that, and it'll help your team disengage in case they're not paying attention. And the other thing I was wondering, I saw you walk in a couple times. When you were running away, you turned around and walked up, but you didn't do anything. Like, you didn't auto attack or cast any spells, but like you're running from 2 people, and then you turned around and walked back up like 2 steps, and then you kept running. So I think it was just a misclick, or I was wondering if you were trying to maybe auto attack a minion or something like that, and then you're not, like, I don't know if you're using attack move click, but that's a pretty huge, you can find it in hotkeys under player movement. Attack move click is what you're going to want to use when you're doing auto attacks, because it stops it in case you misclick with an auto attack. It doesn't let you walk forward. It will automatically choose the next target and then auto attack it. So that's a pretty big one. Just twice misclicks. Yeah, I was basically asking if you use attack move click, because if you don't, that's something they should definitely do, and it's something I've been really utilizing a lot lately. I know you were talking about helping you out. You mentioned earlier, like, hey, you should help me out with my attack move click, stuff like that. Just making sure that you're using that. I don't know if that's the issue that came up, but it definitely was. It got you killed twice, and it only happened twice, so 100% lethality rate on that one. I was just wondering if you were using it or not, because it was either a misclick or, okay, so that's probably what it was. It was probably just like, just a weird click or something. And then just a technical thing to practice, like, is when you're auto attacking, like auto attacking a turret, throw spells in between your auto attacks. So like your auto attacking turret is auto attack, auto attack, auto attack, and there's like 8 or 9 minions sitting next to you over here. Okay, so there's like 8 or 9 minions sitting over here, and you're over here just auto attacking the turret. Auto attack, throw a Q, and then it'll reset your auto attack animation, and then it's basically the same thing as just keep auto attacking, because it's not going to put any delay. So auto attack, throw a Q, auto attack, basically on Q cooldown in between auto attacks, and that'll get you max damage, and it'll also help clear out the minions. It'll help you get more siege. So that's the big thing, and that's pretty much it. That's all I have on here. So recap: work on your trading. So work on your trading, utilizing combinations of abilities, combinations of damage. On Ziggs specifically, a short fuse and your Q. You want to hit both, and worst Ziggs NA. Come on now. You went 11, 6, 14, second most gold in the game, highest damage, second most CS. You did really good that game, and your team would have lost if you weren't there to carry, especially when the Wukong wasn't there. You would have lost. Alright. So work on CSing, work on your trades, buy a little faster, skill order optimization, build order, a little bit more map awareness, and saving your abilities when you're sure they're going to get you a kill. Like, try to hold your ult until you know it's going to kill someone, because it takes away your map presence, and it also takes away your lane presence. Like, if somebody knows this guy has no mana, his ult is on cooldown, like, he's not going to do anything. What's he going to do? He's just going to sit there and auto attack me. I can take Ziggs auto attacks all day. I'm going in. I don't give a fuck. I'm going in. But if you have mana and you have your ult up, you can be like, man, what if Hecarim comes up behind me? So Hecarim could come in, and then this guy's going to have all these spells. He's going to be able to combo me, and then I'm going to be dead. So that's pretty much it. And overall, that was a great game. Without you, your team definitely would have lost. Sucks that the Wukong disconnected, but you did a great job of holding it together. You guys didn't get too crazy. And good job. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'll take you into a custom game, and I will help you out. Alright, that's it for that. And let me see. Is there anybody else who wanted an analysis? I know Beast said you wanted one. And then Esri, you said you were looking at one. Esri's in game, Beast, you're not in game. I don't know if you did actually want one, but I've got this here. Whoop. What you got for notes? Pretty average. The bottom is not you. That's an address for my RMA shipping. I had to write that down real quick. But it's pretty, it's not bad. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so Beast wants one too? Yeah, no problem, Jess. I'll add you to the list. I expect you to be gold 5 by next week, or else you're fired, Jets. You're fired. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Alright, so Q